Hey everyone, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. So in today's video I am doing kind of like a spot clean / layout change for our foster hamster Cody. So we started fostering Cody last November, so he has been with us for a couple of months and he is still looking for his forever home. So I will leave all of the details if you are interested below. So Cody's routine has been a little bit different to my other hamsters. I don't spot clean him as much as I do with my other hamsters. I just make sure the areas that he wheezes in are clean, just because I've been working on taming with him and I didn't want to stress him out in other ways. But he has done so well with taming, and as you can see he was hiding under his wheel. He was awake. I did check that he was awake before I started cleaning him out, but he does run and hide when you do open the cage, but as you can see he's totally fine with me now. So yeah, I've just been working on taming Cody and it has gone so well, and he is so sweet and he's been so amazing considering what he's been through. So back to the cage cleaning. As you just saw, I took everything out and recompressed the bedding down, just because he has actually been practicing his burrowing. He never burrowed when he first came to me, but he actually has been doing recently. And he hasn't been burrowing like properly down into the bedding. He kind of just does it on top, so I compressed it down again so that it can hold his burrows. So now I am just adding everything back in, and I did decide to move a couple of things around just so that he has some new areas to explore. Cody is about 9 months old. This is only an approximate age, but he is still super active for his age. Well, not for his age, he's not exactly old. He's about 9 months. So yeah, he's still super active and he really enjoys using his wheel. And like I said, he has been burrowing more, which is so good. To encourage his burrowing, I have just been adding the willow tunnel like really deep down into the bedding so that he can go in it and start his own burrow, if that makes sense, almost like a burrow starter. And usually I would take the hamsters out of the cage for this and put them in a carrier, but since I'm still trying to get Cody used to me and everything, I thought I'd just leave him in the cage, and he was quite interested in what I was doing and he didn't mind it at all, which was really good. So now I am just getting his sand bath done. Cody loves his sand bath. He probably spends most of his time in here, and he also uses it as a toilet, which is why I have to clean it out so often. But I'm just sifting out all of the bedding and stuff that's got into it. And then I am pouring out all of the clean sand into a spare container and then emptying out all of the dirty bit of sand. I do like to keep a bit of sand from their sand bath back before adding in new sand, just so it still has their scent on it, especially for Cody. Now I'm just sifting through that clean sand again, just to make sure it is definitely clean. And then after I'm done sifting his clean sand through, I'm adding in some new sand just to make it a little bit deeper. Then I'm just putting the final bits into his enclosure. So in his enclosure he has a wooden Trixie hide, which is the big hide in the corner, his sand bath, a cork log, a little like half tunnel hide, Chipsi Ultra, a hay hide, a platform, and of course his wheel. And I just added in a bit of driftwood, and the bedding that he has is a mixture of Chipsi Classic, Fitch bedding and orchard grass hay. Next I am adding in our Tiny Flowers leaf mix. We are actually running low on this, which I'm so sad about, but I have ordered some more, which is good. So I'm just sprinkling that around the cage, and all of my hamsters love this, and they also love Tiny Flowers, as you've heard me say before. Then I am just adding in some other leaves and like forage bits. So I added in some nettle leaves, blackberry leaves, raspberry leaves and some birch leaves. Next I am adding in his sprays, so I added in some yellow millet and then I also added in some red millet on the other side. Next I'm adding in Flax Sprays, of course his favourite, and he couldn't get up on the cork log to reach the millet, so I had to help him up. It was so cute. Just adding the bunches of Flax Sprays around the enclosure where I feel like it looks empty. That's the thing I love about forage and sprays, is that if there's like an empty bit in the cage that looks a bit bare, just add a bunch of sprays and it looks amazing. Here I am adding in my Tiny Flowers shop flower mix, which is all of their favourites as well. I think that sprays, forage and flowers are the most important part of an enclosure, just because it encourages a hamster's natural behaviour to forage for their own food. Then I'm just adding in some extra rose petals and sunflower petals and also some cornflowers. I have loads of like spare flowers like hanging about from when I used to make my own forage mix, so I just add them in every time I do a cage clean to try and get rid of them all, because I obviously use Tiny Flowers shop now. I actually forgot to mention, I'm actually filming this on my camera instead of my phone, so it should actually be better quality. So anyway, that is the cage finished, and I'll insert some clips of Cody exploring it. Cody is the sweetest dwarf hamster ever, and I really hope he finds his forever home soon. But that is the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. My channel was definitely in need of another cage video. I haven't done one in a while. But if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!